Hey guys, Theoretical Eddie here. I hope you all had a pleasant week. Man, I'm trying my possible best. I just want this video to be as short as possible. I hope it's going to be as short as possible. So, yeah, as you can see in the topic of the video, White Christ, myth or not? White Christ, myth or not? Okay, firstly, let me start by saying a myth, according to my own definition, it's a law or a story told that is fiction, that is not true. So the simplified form of that topic is white Jesus Christ, fiction or is he real? So was he actually white? Yeah. So let's get right into it. Before we start, I'd like us to go way back in time. Let's try time travel together. Let's time travel together, like to the beginning. Many people believe today that Africa was the origin of life, meaning the first man and woman were black, and it's actually realistic in the sense that a black man and a black woman can come together and give birth to a white baby. But a white man and a white woman cannot come together and give birth to a black baby. And even in modern times, there are many occurrences that have happened of a black man and a black woman giving birth to a white baby, and they were DNA tested, and it shows that the baby is actually the father's and the mother's, not the wife being unfaithful to her husband. So it's actually realistic for blacks, for the first man and first woman to be black. So fast forward to Lamech, father of Noah. Let's fast forward to his own time. So let's time travel a bit forward. Oh, and also sorry, it's kind of dark. I'm making this video in the evening due to some reasons. I couldn't make it earlier today. So fast forward to Lamech, father of Noah. When Noah was giving birth to, I don't know, like I say, I tell you guys to be open-minded. So I read some non-canonical books like Book of Enoch and the rest. So in the Book of Enoch, chapter 106 to 107, details of the birth of Enoch was specified there. It stated that when Enoch was born, his skin was white as snow. His hair was pure white and was like wool, flowing long wool. His eyes were like the sun and it brightened up the whole room. And his father Lamech thought he was child, or he was a Nephilim, that is a child of an angel and a woman, because back in those days things like that happened until God, those watchers felt the wrath of God. So yeah, so his father thought he was a Nephilim and had to consult Noah's grandfather, that is Methuselah, and he asked Methuselah to ask his grandfather, that is Enoch, the one who walked with God, what actually happened. And Enoch actually said Noah was his son and not a Nephilim. So fast forward to after the flood, humanity was destroyed and everything. Noah had three sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And they were eight: Noah and his wife, Ham and his wife, Shem and his wife, Japheth and his wife. Now, Ham, like the name implies, means hot or black. So Ham was actually black. Yeah. So, and Ham gave birth to four sons, Canaan and three others. I'll put the names on the video. So he gave birth to four children, and out of those four children, the people that you hear about, Canaanites came from there, Egyptians came from there, Ethiopians came from there, and other African countries came from there. While Shem gave birth to mostly the Semites, that is the Arabic speaking countries, Hebrew speaking countries, Aramaic, all of them. That is, let me just say Middle East. So, like that, they are the ones that populated the earth. So, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, their father gave them their own different regions, like their land, just like how it is done when a father shares property, he shares between his sons. So, and when Noah died and his children also died, his grandchildren were now the one populating the earth. Now, Canaan left the regions left for Ham and entered the region of Shem and picked the land and said the land was good. And that will be a story for another day, though. So, Canaan was now in the land of the Shemites. He left the land of his own father. Now, the three brothers fended off, not them per se, their descendants fended off invaders from the north coming into Africa. Egypt was like the stronghold of Africa. If not for Egypt, Africa would have been overrun with plenty colonial, let me not say colonial, but we would have been conquered a long time ago, even before the colonial masters. But Egypt and the other countries around that region helped and fought and supported them from the invaders. I know you all are wondering, how does all this long story concerns the Christ? So we'll get there. Now, Egypt, let's fast forward to the time of Joseph. Egypt, before Joseph, Egypt was conquered by the Hyksos, and Hyksos are Semites. I think they are nomadic. How they conquered Egypt was they came into the land, like they just migrated normally, and from there they brought more of their people, and from there they instigated an attack and they won. So that is why when the children of Israel were multiplying in Egypt, the Egypt actually were scared and started treating them anyhow, so they will not do the same thing the Hyksos did. So now what I actually want to point out is Moses. In the time of Moses, when the Egyptians were killing children and everything, Moses was able to be in the palace and was not noticed as a foreign baby. I don't know if you're getting me. Egyptians at that time were still purely black, even though many people are saying no, Egyptians have been mixed and everything. There is no how that they've been mixed from the beginning, just like Ireland have not been mixed from the beginning. They've been purely white. They don't have black people there from the beginning. When they first started as a small group of people, they were white. So definitely Egypt, an African country, definitely was filled with black people until the invasions, but all that one will be treated in other videos, other upcoming videos, hopefully. So Moses was not able to be differentiated from the normal Egyptian baby and was seen as an Egyptian. Fast forward to also Paul, Apostle Paul. If you check your Bible in the book of Acts chapter 21 verse 38, Apostle Paul was mistaken to be an Egyptian. That's to show you the similarities between the Israelites and the Egyptians. They were dark skinned, and also even Joseph, his brothers could not recognize him. They thought him to be an Egyptian prince. Egyptians were dark back in those days. If they were actually white at that point, or were were Arabic looking, like how they say they are looking at that point. He would stick out like a sore thumb, but he blended in that even his brothers didn't know he was an Israelite and believed him to be an Egyptian prince. Now, to the point I am getting to, Jesus Christ was an Israelite, right? Joseph was an Israelite and he blended. Moses was an Israelite and he blended with the Egyptians also. Paul, even in the time of Jesus, persecuted Jesus and also converted to become a Christian, was also an Israelite, but he looked like an Egyptian. So, at that point in time of Jesus Christ, yes, there were lighter Israelites, the brownish one, the light brownish one, and the darkish ones. So, the point is, looking at the series of history and everything, there is no way Jesus Christ is as white as they portray him to be. There's no way he was a white man. There is no way he was a white man. He was an Israelite, meaning either he was brownish or he was dark skinned. So there is no way Jesus Christ was an Israelite. So Jesus Christ being a white man, myth or not, has been debunked. Is a myth, not a reality. He was not a white man. So, like I always say, disclaimer, everything I say, every theory I bring up is not absolute. I always advise open-mindedness. So if you believe otherwise, or you've done some research, I would like you to comment it down in the comment section below. Bye. Have a nice week.